since we're on the record, Cindy, now, you're willing to talk to them, and basically, the agreement we have here is a plea bargain type deal. And it says that you will plead guilty to murder and kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
And the state will recommend, and we talked about this is a recommendation from the state through the prosecutor's office. It's not exactly binding on the judge. If the judge goes along with these things routinely, that they will recommend 9 years on the murder charge and 3 years on the kidnapping to be run consecutive for a total of 12 years.
Yes.
Here's the thing, that's what their recommendation is on you. They will also, the state will not pursue the death penalty against the co-defendants.
Yes.
Now, the co-defendants are your husband and your only child.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
And for you to carry out this deal, they want you to disclose the location of the victim, which is Summer Inman, and the details of the crime, and testify truthfully against the co-defendants as permitted by law, as much as you know it. And this deal is dependent upon the confirmation of the location of the body and details of the crime, which
we need to try to get her back.
I agree.
Okay, so tell me where she's at over there.
You're working for this person.
Yes, I do.
They're going to use for the family. Where the police come out.
Unless there's a pond or something.
There's a water right behind. That's where we thought about putting there real quick, but that's where she ended up at.
Okay, so there's 30. I'm an artist, so I'm not going to laugh at your artwork either. So it's right behind the church there.
Yeah.
Is there a pipe that she's inside of, anything like that?
No, it's the thing.
like a cistern, a
yeah.
lid that you would pop up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a cistern is like just a tank, and she's down inside the tank.
Mm-hmm.
When did you guys put her in there? The same night that?
Yes.
Give me just 1 second. We'll make sure these guys can do what they need to do and carry it back, and we'll finish
As
up.
you're going to send them out, they're going to confirm
Yes.
the body's in there.
Yeah.
Exactly. You've got a done deal.
Exactly.
We want her out of there.
Well, and I do too.
You too.
All right, I'll be right back. We'll just start at the very beginning. I know that Summer and you call it Willie, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I know they were having some marital issues and things.
Yes.
I think it was some
Custody.
custody issues coming up. And I don't know what the arrangements were on the kids and all that. I won't get into that. That's something that we'll get later. I'm sure that we'll try to get Whose idea was it to take her, to get her?
I think it was probably my idea more than anybody, because I kept on and on and on about, why won't she work with us? We're only asking for weekends. And I thought she used to work with us on weekends, and Willie loves fun. And
So it was your idea to kidnap her,
that's my
to grab her. Did you know when you kidnapped her that she was going to end up dead?
No. Oh, Lord, no.
Okay.
I thought I could talk to her.
Okay, so the whole thing was just to try to scare her, get some sense into her, and that sort of thing?
In my mind, whenever I wanted to go there, it made sense that, just talk to her. That whenever he got her in the thing, he had to, Bill never touched her or nothing.
Well, now, wait a minute now. You mean when you guys grabbed
Whenever
her?
we drove out, we drove out. Bill helped her up in the car.
Okay, I was going to say, because the witnesses saw Bleach Blonde driving.
No, I wasn't police blonde. I had a,
Okay.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah, they saw blonde hair.
Okay. I didn't have much sleep. I've been down in the hallway. My mind is just so bloated.
Well, let's take the time.
Okay. So, my son, I believe, put things in on the hand right here. It's like one of those times. You just
Like
take it up and...
a zip tie,
Yeah.
like a plastic zip tie.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me draw another. I'm going to be a good artist before the night's over, aren't I? Okay, now this is the bank, and here was the dumpster, and this was the alley that went down, and then there was a parking lot down here behind the B&B. That's kind of what that was. And there were some hedges here.
Yeah.
Who was it that was at the hedges that actually grabbed her and then jumped out from behind the dumpster?
with my son.
Okay, so this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind, she was never supposed to end up dead.
No, no.
Okay. You were just going to scare her.
Well,
Try to talk some sense into her.
yeah. Beg her, please let me see, how to tip on anything.
So when they got her into the car, what was she trying to do?
She was, I don't know, he tied up her hand.
Okay, so Willie zipped her.
Yeah, just zipped her hand.
Did you guys ever take those off of her? Or do you think she still got them on?
She put on there, it's kind of nice, or could be anything.
Okay, so he zipped the hands together, and what else happens? I'm sure that she was still struggling.
No, we were trying to say, things like, well, there's me a lot, saying stuff like, why don't you give us, kids on the weekends? That's all we're asking for. We're not asking for weeks, we're not asking for 50 shifts, we just want new things. And I said, Summer, we got something to tell you. I said, Adam, it's us for Taylor, and he's slapping on us, hitting on us, And it happened so quick in my mind, that it's like I was telling her, and I don't know if Tom Willie was I don't know.
Who was in the back seat?
It was my son.
Okay. Did he try to put it on her feet, or just?
It was looked like it was going to go on her feet and everything on.
Okay. Where's that? It's on her neck. Is that what they used to choke her with?
It wasn't me. My son was in the back. My husband was there. It wasn't me.
It was what?
It wasn't 2 people, it was 1 person.
Okay. So she died as a result of what Willie did to her then?
Well, I don't think I know positively he didn't do it on purpose.
Okay.
Because they were like, he was like telling her he loved her and this and that, and the next thing he knew, it was like he blacked out or something because he was like, where's the knife, where's the knife? He wanted it off her neck real quick.
Why did he put that on her neck?
I think he blacked out. I don't know how to explain it, like, he just blacked out because he looked at me like, oh my God, Mom, where's the knife, where's the knife, where's the knife, and I couldn't find it.
Was she like screaming and yelling and making a long racket?
Well, she was screaming and she was telling me that we'd probably never see this kid again.
No, that would anger anybody, I think. Especially when you bring them on, you already upset with her anyway, and for her to say that. Did you see Willie put that on her neck?
No.
Did your husband help him put that on her neck?
No. I know he didn't need to because the look in his eye was like, oh my God, Mom, where's the knife, He panicked. We all panicked then at that time.
And then at what point did you guys realize that she was not breathing anymore?
He pulled over at King Kelly's Church real quick.
Okay.
And realized that.
Where do you guys want to go with her?
Just drive around anywhere.
Okay. But at that point you realized that she was dead? Or she just wasn't breathing?
Right there at King Kelly's, and we couldn't find him on to be able to.
Okay. How did you know how did you guys know to put her back in here, in this area? Find the church?
There's a church there, and actually there's a river that goes right behind the church.
Okay. Hey, can you hear me?
I'm not sure we got the exact spot here.
All right, I'm sitting here with her. Maybe she can help guide us. But there's some kind of a cistern or tank or something that she's in it, along with property, purse, money, probably the keys, everything else. She should be zip tied.
There's another tire track behind the church that back up halfway. And towards the other end of the church, towards Logan, there's a green tank lid that's screwed in it. There appears to be a septic tank. Is that it?
Yes, sir, that is it.
Okay.
It's just, my mind is just so, unreal, and if it weren't for me, you know, keep on about the kids, we wouldn't have done that. I know it's my fault.
Well, it's all three of you.
It's mainly my fault.
Well, but it took all three of you too. I mean, your husband and your son both held her against her will, put her in the car. They restrained her. I mean, it was all three of you. It may have been your idea to begin with, but they went right
They've
along.
already done it for me. I think they've done it for me. I never did.
Anything else happen to her? Anybody have sex with her?
No,
Nothing like that?
No sex.
Any other kind of physical abuse on her?
No, not that I know of at all.
So she was just zip tied here, and then one put around her neck, and it got too tight, and that's what. And you think that that's what killed her then, just that thing strangulated her?
I think so. As far as my knowledge is, you know, that's all I can remember, period. Because we panicked. He was like, oh my God.
You're still saying that you had no idea that she was going to die when you looked around?
No.
It's just something that happened with her Willie in the back seat and just went that way.
It just went that way.
Was she kicking and thrashing around in the back seat?
She was, well, where she was sitting in, she was kind of, I don't know. She wasn't setting up all the way. She was already doing a lot. I don't blame her now. It's the stupidest thing I ever thought to do in my whole entire life.
Whose idea was it to put her behind the church? Down in that tank?
Down in the tank?
Mm-hmm.
That was me.
Right. And you knew that tank was back there?
Well, I knew it was back there with water.
So you were going to, the idea was to go ahead and try to put her in water? Like the river's back there?
Yeah, that's what was in my mind.
The river?
And then I seen that tank, I was like, you know, rolling my find her in there. And then I was so ashamed of it.
Who carried her over there?
Mm-hmm.
Who dropped her dead inside?
I'm not sure.
Because usually the lids on those things aren't real big.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would have took a little bit of help trying to get her maneuvered to where she would
I don't know. I wasn't even, I was so worried I wasn't even looking. And if I say something and it's a lie, I don't want to mess people up.
Sure. Was your husband over there with Willie when they put her in the tank? Was he at least over there?
I think he was in that general area, but I don't remember him doing it.
I appreciate you telling us that. I've known that girl since she was little. And I know Mike and Debbie very well. They've been friends of mine for years.
She was my girl, too. I never had a daughter.
Well, and sometimes we do things.
For 8 years, she's my daughter.
And we know that we can't do like take a quick reverse and do things over.
Exactly what
Oh, God, that's why I said, if I could just rewind it,
And I know
there's
you would.
no way possible, any of us, not me, Bill, or Willie, would have ever stepped foot in that car.
I believe you. But the only thing you can do from here is to follow his advice and do the right thing, continue to do the right thing.
Well, she did do the right thing.
You did, and that's the only way you're going to help Summer now. Just keep doing the right thing.
My grandbabies keep flashing. And I didn't want them not to have a mom to grow up with. I didn't want them not to have a dad. And it's all my fault.
We'll do the arraignment tomorrow.
Do me a favor,
Yes.
when you see my community tell I am so sorry.
I
If
will.
I could back up time, I swear to God, I love Summer so much.
I will tell them that. I will do that.
I was just so ashamed. You know? How could someone do that? And you know how?
No, I don't know. Because I've never been in that position. Well, let's go ahead and get you on down here and I'll get you back down.
I just can't do it.